Hello students, welcome in Sohi's teaching channel, and this is Basant Singh Sohi from Sohi's teaching. In this video we will solve exercise NCERT question answers of chapter 3 atoms and molecules for class 9th. So let's start. In the exercise part, the first question is a 0.24 gram sample of compound of oxygen and boron were found by analysis to contain 0.096 gram of carbon and 0.144 gram of oxygen. Calculate the percentage composition of the compound by weight. So now answer is the mass of sample. The mass of compound is 0.24 gram. So mass of compound, that is 0.24 gram, and mass of boron that is 0.096 gram. 0.096 gram. Same as it is mass of oxygen. Mass of oxygen is 0.144 gram. So now percentage of boron. Firstly, we will find the percentage of boron. The percentage of boron is mass of boron 0.096 upon total mass is 0.240 into 100. So after calculation we find it is 40%. Same as it is percentage of oxygen. The percentage of oxygen, mass of oxygen 0.144, total mass 0.240 multiply 100, we get it is of 60%. So these are the percentage compositions of the compound by weight. So this is the answer for first question. Let's move to question number 2. The second question is, when 3 gram of carbon is burnt in 8 gram of oxygen, 11.00 gram of carbon dioxide is produced. What mass of the carbon dioxide will be formed when 3 gram of carbon is burnt in 50 gram of oxygen, and which law of chemical combination will govern this answer? So now in the answer part, we have carbon, it is combined with the oxygen and gives carbon dioxide gas. Fine. Carbon plus oxygen O2, it gives CO2 carbon dioxide. Carbon has mass 12, oxygen has mass of 16 into 2, we get it is 32. Same as it is for CO2, it is 12 plus 2 into 16, we get it 44 gram. So it is 32 gram and it is 12 gram. After simplification we get it divided by 4, it is also divided by 4 and it is also divided by 4. We get 3 gram and oxygen of 8 gram and carbon dioxide of 11 gram. 3 gram of carbon react with 8 gram of oxygen. Just 8 gram of oxygen. So 50 minus 8, that is 42 gram of oxygen will be remained unreacted. Right? Only 8 gram of oxygen will react with 3 gram of carbon and will give 11 gram of carbon dioxide. This is according to the law of constant proportion. Constant proportion. So now move to next question. Question number 3. Question is, what are polyatomic ions? Poly means many. Poly means many. Atomic means atom. Ions means have any charge. Have any charge. So the polyatomic ions are the ions which consist of more than one atoms. For example, NO3 negative nitrate ion, it contains one nitrogen and 3 number of oxygen atoms. Other examples are also there. For example, SO4 2 negative, it is also polyatomic ion. CO3 2 negative, HCO3 1 negative. So these are the so many examples which are known as polyatomic ions. Now move to question number 4. The question 4 is, write a chemical formula for the following. So first of all we have A part, this is magnesium chloride. So A part, magnesium chloride. Magnesium chloride. So from this chart we have to find magnesium. This is magnesium. Magnesium is Mg2 positive. Mg2 positive. And chloride you can see here, chloride, this is chloride. So chloride is Cl negative, Cl minus 1. So this valency is 2 and this valency 1. Exchange the valencies, we get MgCl2. This is the formula for magnesium chloride. Now B part. B part is calcium oxide. Calcium oxide. Now the calcium ion, that is not, is there any calcium ion? Not, this is the calcium ion. Very nice. So calcium ion is Ca2 positive and oxide is O2 negative. So O2 negative. Its valency is 2, valencies are same, that's why the formula become CaO, calcium oxide. Move to C part. The C part is copper nitrate. Copper nitrate. Now bacha, copper, where is copper? Copper is Cu2 positive beta. And nitrate, where is nitrate? Nitrate is NO3 negative. So NO3 negative. Its valency is 2 and its valency is 1. Now we have to exchange the valencies. So I will exchange like this, Cu and NO3, it is whole twice 2. So this is the formula for copper nitrate. Move to D part. The D part is aluminium chloride. So we have to find now D part, aluminium chloride. लो beta, aluminium is Al beta, it is 3 positive and chloride is minus 1. So now the valencies are 3 and 1 and we will exchange the valencies. After exchanging, we get AlCl3. This is the aluminium chloride. E part, calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate. For calcium carbonate, we have Ca2 positive calcium. This is calcium, Ca2 positive, and carbonate CO3 2 negative. CO3 2 negative. So now its valency is 2, its valency again 2. These are cancelled with each other, and we get the formula for calcium carbonate is CaCO3. So this is question number 4. Now move to question number 5. The fifth question is, give the names of elements present in the following. So now A part, for the elements present in the given compound, we have to know the formula. First of all, we have quicklime. The formula for quicklime is CaO. Elements present that is calcium and oxygen. Calcium and oxygen. Number B part is hydrogen bromide. Formula for hydrogen bromide is HBr. What are the element presents? Element present. The elements present are hydrogen and bromine. Now C part. The C part is baking powder. The formula for baking powder is NaHCO3. What are the elements present? Elements present. No beta, element presents are sodium Na, hydrogen H, carbon and oxygen. Part number D. D is potassium sulfate. Formula for potassium sulfate is K2SO4. This is the formula for potassium sulfate. The elements present, the elements present are potassium, sulfur and oxygen. So this is the simple answer for the question number 5. Now move to question number 6. The sixth question is, calculate the molar mass. Molar mass means molecular mass. Molecular mass also means formula mass. So we have A part. First of all, we have A part. A part is C2H2. So now molar mass of C2H2 equals to 2 number of carbon atoms. Each atom has mass of 12 plus 2 atoms of hydrogen and each atom of mass 1. So we get 24 plus 2 and the answer is 26 U. U means atomic mass unit. Atomic mass unit. Now B part. The B part is sulfur, that means S8 molecule. S8 molecule. The mass of sulfur is 32. So molar mass equals to 8 multiplied by 32. We get 8 multiplied by 32, that is 256 units. Now C part. The C part is phosphorus molecule, P4 molecule. The atomic mass of phosphorus is 31. So molar mass molar mass equals to 4 multiplied by 31, and we get this is 124 U. Move to D portion. The D part is hydrochloric acid. The formula is HCl. Mass of H is molar mass. Molar mass equals to H has mass 1 and Cl has mass 35.5. It is the average atomic mass 35.5. So we get it is 36.5 U. At last E part we have nitric acid HNO3. In HNO3 we get molar mass equals to 1 plus nitrogen has mass 14, 1 plus 14 plus 3 number of oxygens present each of mass 16. So we get 1 plus 14 plus 48. This is the molar mass, that is 63 U. Now question number 7. The 7th question is, what is the mass of 1 mole of nitrogen atom? To learn this formula we can use this triangle. In A part what we have to given 1 mole, means to say number of moles of nitrogen atom, and we have to find mass, that means mass, this we have to find, this is we have to find, and number of atoms present, that is 1 mole, so mole is 1 and we have to find the mass. The atomic mass of nitrogen atom equals to 20. Atomic mass of nitrogen atom is 14 U. So now mass equals to moles multiply atomic mass. So mass equals to, how many moles are there? Only 1 mole. So atomic mass is 14. So the answer will be 14 gram. Now question number B part. Number of moles of aluminium atoms. Number of moles equals to 4 moles. Atomic mass of aluminium, that is equals to 27 U. Now mass equals to moles, that are 4 multiplied by 27, we get it is 108 U. Question number C part. Number of moles. Moles equals to 10 moles. Now mass, before mass we have to find the molecular mass. 10 moles. Now molar mass. molar mass of Na2SO3, that is equals to 2 into 23 plus 32 plus 3 into 16. We get it as 126 U. So now mass equals to moles are 4, multiply moles are mass equals to moles 10 multiply 126. We get the mass of sodium sulfide is 100. Question number 8. Eighth question is convert into moles. So we have to find moles. Moles equals to given mass by atomic mass or molecular mass. In the A part, we have given mass M equals to 12 gram. Now molecular mass or molar mass of O2 oxygen gas equals to 2 into 16. We get 32. 16 is the atomic mass unit of oxygen atom. So it is 32. Moles equals to given mass 12 by number of molar mass, that is 32. We get it as 0.375 moles. Now B part, 20 gram of water. So given mass equals to 20 gram. Molar mass of water, molar mass of H2O. H2O beta 2 into H has 1 plus आ गया 16G. We get it 18U. So moles equals to given mass is 20 upon molecular mass is 18. So after calculation we get it as 1.11 moles. C part, given mass is 22 gram of CO2 or carbon dioxide. We have to find the molar mass. Molar mass equals to molar mass of CO2, that is equals to 12 plus 2 into 16. Then we get as 44U. So moles equals to given mass 22 by molecular mass 44. So we get 1/2 moles. Question number 9. Question number 9 is also same. What is the mass of? We have to find mass. We have to find moles, number of moles. Number of moles equals to 0.2 mole. Now mass equals to moles multiplied by atomic mass. Atomic mass of oxygen. Atomic mass of oxygen atom, that is equals to 16U. So mass equals to moles 0.2 multiplied by 16, we get it as 3.2 gram. Question number B part. It is 0.5 moles of water molecules. So mass we have to find, number of moles of water, number of moles of water equals to 0.5 mole. Atomic mass or molar mass of water equals to H into 2 plus 16. We get it 18 U. Now mass equals to moles are 0.5, it means 5 upon 10 into 80. So we get it as 9.0 gram. This is the answer, 9.0 gram. Question number 10 is, calculate the number of molecules of sulfur S8 present in 16 gram of solid sulfur. So given mass that is equals to 16 gram. Molar mass of S8, molar mass is 8 multiply 32. So we get 256 U. Now number of moles are given mass 16 by molar mass 256. After calculation we get it, cancel with table of 4, it is as 1 upon 16 moles. Now number of molecules equals to 1 by 16 into 6022 into 10 raised to the power 20. So we get it as 3.76 into 10 raised to the power 22 molecules. This is the answer for question number 10. Now question number 11. Calculate the number of aluminium ions present in 0.5051 gram of aluminium oxide. So given mass of aluminium oxide Al2O3 equals to 0.051 gram. Molar mass of Al2O3 equals to 2 into aluminium has mass 27 plus 3 into oxygen has mass 16. So we get it as 102 U. It is the atomic mass unit. Now number of moles given mass 0.051 upon molar mass 102. So after cancellation it will be 51 upon 1000 into 102. Now we get it as 3 upon 17 into 1000. Number of molecules of aluminium oxide Al2O3 equals to moles, that are 3 upon 17 into 1000 multiply 6022 into 10 raised to the power 20. So we get 18066 upon 17 into 10 raised to the power 17 molecules. Now, one molecule of Al2O3 has 2 aluminium atoms or ions. So 18066 upon 17 into 10 raised to the power 17 molecules of Al2O3 has aluminium atoms, aluminium ions, equals to 2 multiply 18066 upon 17 into 10 raised to the power 17. So after calculation we get it as 6022 into 10 raised to the power 20 ions. At last, thanks for watching. Please subscribe the channel. If you like my work, please write in the comment section and like the video. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Take care. Have a nice day.